Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the replay. Well, apparently you're definitely in the replay because nobody's here yet. So welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. My name is Bobby. I am the host of this group, Art Fueled Life. I'm still getting used to the new name. I'm so used to just saying I am the host of this group, the spiritual artist, and sometimes I feel like that's about to roll off the tongue. I have to think before I allow it to do that. If you're here live, like Amy, hi Amy, how are you? Nice to see you. If you're here live, like Amy, you can start commenting. If you're in the replay, then I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna talk to the replay people a second. If you're in the replay, I want to know that you're watching in the replay. Could you let me know? Could you just say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm in the replay." You could put a hashtag. Hashtag I'm in the replay. Hashtag replay person. Hashtag it was on too late when it was live and I was tired and now I'm watching it in the replay. Something like that. If you're watching live, you can start commenting now and you can comment the whole time that I'm doing my thing. And I like hearing the comments. They make little clicky sounds. And what do you call it? Is this? Yeah, you can hear me, right? I'm going to go through my spiel. I'm going to ignore the comments. Then when I'm done with my spiel, I'm going to come back to the comments. I'm going to read them all. And so far, it looks like Amy is the only person here, which is a good thing you are here, because otherwise I'd still have no comments. That would be so depressing. Anyway, it's Saturday, so maybe everyone's busy. If you're joining, then you can start commenting. You can comment the whole time, even while I'm talking. Anyway, good night, all. I'm here. Hi, Amy. I'm still getting used to the name too. Yeah, I know, me too. Clicky click. All right, cool. Oh, here we go. Here's some things. Facebook user says click. Who's that? Who's Facebook user? Oh, Rosemary. Yeah, Rosemary. There's a link in the description of this. It's an Ecamm link. You got to click that, otherwise I can't see your name. It just says Facebook user. And Marsha's here. Hi, Marsha. Why can't I click this? Hi, Marsha. That's a new Facebook profile picture. Very interesting. How are you? Nice to see you. And Amy again. Okay, you know what? Let's begin, shall we? Let's go. The Artist's Quantum Journal. I just threw the word quantum in there. It doesn't have to be a quantum journal. It could be any kind of journal. But that's my word. So I threw it in there. So a while back, I have this post going in the group. It's what should we talk about next week on Daily Fuel? And it's been going on for weeks. It just never stops. People keep adding to it, which I like. And so Margot Buccini, she suggested Journaling and the Artist's Way. And I know The Artist's Way is a book. I have never read that book. Have you read that book? I think I did it. Well, no, you didn't do it, because if you did it, then I'd see your face. Talking to Rosemary. So yeah, don't worry about it. Just we'll get it next time. Anyway, so I've never read that book, but I do know journaling. So journaling, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, a diary, some kind of a book, or a computer program, or something that you can put your thoughts or ideas and stuff in. Yeah, I'm sure we all know what a journal is, so I'm not going to go too deep into that part. But so how can we journal as an artist? And so I thought of a couple of ways to do it, and reasons to do it. Three, in fact. So here we go. Number one is one of my favorite things is to capture inspiration. Sometimes as an artist, we get bouts of inspiration at really annoying times. I'm a musician and a singer, so I'll write songs a lot, or come up with ideas for songs. Except, I never sit down and be like, I wish I would just get struck with the inspiration for a song now. It's like, it doesn't work that way. So I'll get ideas for songs and stuff when I'm driving, when I'm in the shower, when I'm doing other things, and it's like all of a sudden I get these ideas. And so what I do is in this case, this isn't necessarily a journal that you think of like a book. But what I do is I use an app on my phone and my computer called Evernote, and I can if I'm thinking of a melody or lyrics or something like that, I can sing it into my phone and save it on Evernote, and then I can add notes to it so that anytime I wanted to go back to it, I can do so. But it doesn't have to be just that. Like that's a very specific tool that I use for a specific thing. But you could have a really nice book. My daughter just got a sketchbook that she's using as her own little journal, and she's going to. Her plan is to use it to sort of just as a journal of her experience as she's going to FIT next year. So she's really excited about that. And this morning she was decorating the cover of this book. So you could have a book. It could be a computer program if you're a digital person, but a lot of us probably would be good with a book or something like that. But as you get ideas, or if you're just working out ideas, you can sketch, you can doodle, you can create thumbnails, you can work on layouts, you can just work on ideas. You could just start writing, and a lot of times it's like. We can capture the inspiration as it happens. You get an idea, just write it in your journal in some way. This way, when you're ready to work on a bigger project, you can go back to the journal and here are all your ideas. Otherwise, we're going like, oh, I had this idea and I can't remember what it was. Nah. That's what I do. So you could have you could have written it down and had it all right there. So there are no rules to it. It could be pictures, it could be words, it could be both, it could be things you cut out, it could be scrapbooky, it could be anything. So there's one idea. And number two is using it as an actual journal for our energy work. That we are artists, but we're also spiritual beings on a human adventure. And anyone, whether you're an artist or not, could be using a journal to script the life that you're trying to create, to use it as a diary, or to work through some of our darker shadow work. There are things that we want to sort of dig out and shine light on in our psyches and our unconscious and subconscious thinking. A journal is a wonderful tool for that, because we can sort of go on a journey of self-discovery through writing, or again through drawing, or through any of those other ways that we were just talking about. There are no rules for this. They're just ideas, and you get to decide. This one works for me. This one not so much. It doesn't. I don't like it. So, but there's another idea to use it for within your energy work. Personally, I like meditating, and I don't journal in a book for energy work. But what I do is I write on my whiteboards. I have my studio and I have whiteboards over there and over there. And so I'll walk and I'll talk out loud and I'll write ideas down on the whiteboard, and it sort of helps me visually work out ideas, and then I make them. So there's that. And number three is sort of a combination of those first two. And but actually, you know what? I wrote that and then I changed it to something else. So forget the combination part. Number three is to use. Think of. Let me say this again. Number three is to create a sort of memoir. Imagine, we are artists and we are on these spiritual journeys, and a lot of times we don't know like what we're going to want to produce or share with the world at a future date. But I could imagine creating a memoir, a journal, something that is not just for our own personal use, but could be looked upon by future people. It could even be a book that you publish and sell, or not. It doesn't have to be, but it could be something that we want to look back on at a future date, just personally, but it'd be beautiful, so I would imagine like designing this book as you go as something to keep in mind of like, maybe I'll want to read this back at a future date. It's not just something to sort of put ideas, number one was just put ideas down that I could flip back to and be like, oh, that's a good idea, and then I use it. And number two is to just work through energy work, but I probably will never read that again, because once I work through it, I don't need to go back and rediscover that or rework through it again. I've already dug it out, shined the light on it, it's over. I don't need to know about it again. But here, what I'm talking about is like more maybe what my daughter is doing with hers. Is journaling her experience in college, and she thought of this the summer before starting, even, you know. So it's supposed to be like a 4-year journey that she's on. So it could be a lifelong journey. It could be if you're going on a trip and you just want to document it, but maybe save it as an heirloom or something to pass on, or like I said, to publish and sell. It's just an idea, you know, but we have the ability to make these things beautiful, not just, you know, if you're just a writer, then I mean, just like that's not a real artist, but then write, you know, you can write and you could turn it into a book. But if you're an artist as well, like you can draw or paint or anything, you can illustrate it yourself, you know, so there are so many things that we can do in this, with this idea of just the word journaling. And these are 3 of them that I thought of. And here's an interesting thing that I want to do personally. You've been hearing me talk about the art projects that I want to work on, that I am working on. If you're new to the group, you probably haven't seen anything from my graphic novel yet. But if you've been here since the end of 2020 or the beginning part of 2021, then you might remember seeing some things that I was drawing and creating for it. I'm still working on it. It's still coming out, but I had an idea for it to make it more than just like the comic book look that it was turning into. And I thought, man, this could be so much more. My idea for this graphic novel that I'm creating is that it's actually a movie. I'm making a movie, except I don't have the time and the energy and the capacity to make a Hollywood level movie of what I envision for it. So I'm doing it through drawings, and at first it was a comic book, then I upscaled it to a graphic novel, and then I'm upscaling it to a video graphic novel. And now what I'm thinking of is how can, you know, I'm trying to figure out like how to make it closer and closer to my vision. And this journal idea really fit in with what I've been thinking about lately, to not just have it be like in a comic book series look, but to be like a written story, maybe a written book with illustrations in it that could sort of blur the lines between a book and a graphic novel, you know, that all the elements could be there. Kind of like what a movie would look like if you turned it into a book is what I envision it as. I don't really know how to explain it better than that, but maybe when you see it, you'll know, oh, that's what he meant, because he's weird and I don't get what he's talking about. But yeah, so that's kind of what I have in mind for this, and then also to then take that and put that into video form so that I can turn it into a series of videos. So it's very it's very tiring and being me, because I have so many ideas and things to do and things that I want to work on, and then I get into them and I'm like, oh, I could do this thing too, and then I start doing that, and I there's a lot to do when you're me, but and I'm sure many of us understand that, you know, because I see it in the group with a lot of you guys as well. So I'm guessing this Facebook user is just going to be Rosemary throughout the thing. It looks like it. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so I'll know that it's you. Ha ha ha. And Amy says, wow, 3 things. Yeah, but you didn't see that coming, right, Amy? I had 3 things today. I threw you for a loop with that one. Artists, wait. Okay, yeah, that's where we were. All right, nice clue on the Evernote. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, Evernote is a great little tool. They have a paid version. I just have the free version, and because I don't really use it that much. I'll use it once in a blue moon, like I said. I'll like, if I'm driving and I have a melody in my head that I really like. There's a gnat or something. I'll pull over and I'll sing it into the thing, and then there it is. I have gone back to Evernote years later and written songs from ideas that I've had. And the thing about it is, a lot of times I'll go through it and I'll listen to them and I'll remember them all, and it just helps me to keep them top of mind. So I don't really have a lot in there that I don't remember what they are. I have them. I can probably think of a lot of them off the top of my head if I needed to. But But if I hadn't put it in there, it's sort of the process of putting it in there and then listening back once or twice that now it's sort of like a permanent thing in my head that I know I have that song I want to work on one day. And let me see. Rosemary says, true. Of course. I said it. It must be true. I have no idea what I said at the time. And here we go. Here's a nice essay. Thank you. That's not really a big essay. I love jotting down my ideas because sometimes I'm on a bus or in the shower and I've just an amazing thought or arty idea. I have amazing thoughts. Or arty idea or poetry lines, and I know I'll never remember 30 seconds later, so I write it down quick either on my mobile or notepad. It's handy to look over them for inspiration when I have a slow brain day. Or I'm looking for a specific theme or idea. Breathe. Thank you. So Rosemary, occasionally I need people in the audience to remind me to breathe. Otherwise, I'll just not. It just doesn't stop. Let me see. You need to re-show your graphic novel for the new group members. It's awesome. Thank you. I will be. It's coming out. Right now I'm working on the Quantasy Plus and Quantasy Pro program. I'm working on getting that to just kind of sit there. And then I'm going back to the music and the graphic novel. And it is all tying together under one umbrella look and feel kind of a thing. It's cool. I'm very happy with it. Rosemary says, I like your idea, Amy, for what you're saying to him. The what? The notepad? Marcia. I am never without my current journals and index cards. Oh, index cards. There you go, right? It's like I didn't really talk about like the format a journal could take, but it could be digital, it could be a book, it could be a spiral notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Index cards, right? The fancy one, I would say, would be required if you were thinking, I am going to start a journal that will be like a memoir of this experience that I'm doing. Like, then you'd probably want to make it a nice book, you know? But other than that, doesn't matter what it is, you know? I am never without my current journals and index cards. 3 at the moment are used for different thoughts and ventures. Most of my life is contained in my journals. Interesting. Yeah, see, that you just made a good point there that I didn't cover, is that this could be something that eventually becomes a habit, and it could be something that in the beginning, if you've never done this before, or if you've been, hit and miss with it before, might be like you're not in the habit. It's not something that you're used to doing, so you kind of have to, I forgot to do that. Let me go and do it. The Evernote thing, I might go months without even thinking about Evernote until all of a sudden I have this song idea in my head and I want to sing it. I know exactly where to go. That's like wired into my brain to do that. But if you want to become like a daily journaler and use it to catch inspiration on a daily basis, or if you want to script through your energy work, use a written journal as a way to do your energy work or your shadow work, or if you want to create this memoir of your life experience, whether it's long-term or short-term, or this one trip you're going on or whatever, that could require creating a habit, so you've got to be diligent of it in the beginning. And then apparently if you'll become like Marcia, where it's just a habit and you're never, I am never without my journals and index cards, right? I picture you like walking down the street with these things in your hands. We can't write it on paper in the shower. Nah, you can't write it on paper in the shower. Sorry, I was busy and missed my cue. That's okay. That's all right. Amy had your back today. Amy told me to breathe, so we're good. No, I can't write on paper in the shower, Rosemary, but I did once use eyeliner. Like on the wall or on your arm. I don't know. Let me see. I got that one. I wrote part of a poem in the shower. 10 years later, I finished it in the shower. But that's... The shower one is hard. See, this is what I do, because I can't sing into my phone in the shower either, right? I don't want to bring my phone in the shower. So if I think of a song in the shower and I can't write it down, I don't have paper. I can't really write down melodies anyway. That's why I do Evernote and I sing. That's why I can hear it back. But what I'll do is I'll just keep singing it over and over again and not stop while I'm in the shower. The problem with that is sometimes you end up stopping. And if I stop for like 30 seconds, I lose it. I'm like, I gotta get it recorded. So I have to be diligent about it and just sing this thing over and over and over and over and over again until I get out of the shower. Or if it's really, really good and I'm nervous that I'm gonna lose it, then I'll just get out of the shower and I'll dry off and I'll record it. But I mean, you could do that. So it's so lovely to see how our thoughts have matured and developed over time. I know what you're getting, right? So it's like if you can look back at your journals and you can see like where you are now in your life compared to where you were back then, right? Like, wow, what a mess. Right? So, yeah, absolutely. That's another great thing about journals is they sort of document your journey. Crimson's here. Hi, how you doing? My life is contained in my basement in the hundreds of artworks that I've created. I don't really journal, but I have many filled sketchbooks. A sketchbook is the same thing, right? A sketchbook to me is a journal done in pictures. That's it. You know, you could even do it as photography. It could be whatever your medium is. You know, even if you were like a sculptor or something and you had ideas and you just like sort of worked it out and you took a picture of it and you put it in a book, and or it could be a digital thing. It could be a WordPress blog that you set up. This way you can just go back and see these things and get your ideas again. The energy work, many people would argue though, if you were using a journal for any energy work and shadow work and stuff, many people would argue that handwriting it is better than typing it, simply because it requires I don't know why. I get my hands get tired when I write doing energy work and stuff, and I just get bored of it. But I know that a lot of people are adamant about it. Like, script your thing, do it handwritten, and you know it's like the brain to the hand or something like that. It makes it more real, or it makes it more something. Even Abraham Hicks is very like, write it out, journal it, write fill pages a day with ideas, and I'm like yeah. But I'm a big Abraham Hicks fan, but even that one I'm just like I don't want to do that. So do it however you want to do it, but yeah, the sketches, the sketchbook is really the same thing, especially for us, because that's part of our superpowers. We can write. You could probably make sketches that you could look back upon and remember things more than if you wrote it and you're like, what the hell was I talking about? But when you see the sketch, you're like, I know exactly what this was about. You know, when I listen back to the melodies that I sing into Evernote, an interesting thing happens for me. Because when I'm singing it in my head and I'm making it up, I hear the whole song. Obviously, I can't sing the whole song. I can only sing the melody. You know, I can only do like one part. But I can hear how the drums go. I can hear how the bass and guitar or the keyboards go, or some other airy things or sound effects and stuff like that. And when I sing it into Evernote, I'm singing it with this stuff in mind. And when I hear it back, it could be even months or years later, when I hear it back, I can feel. It's like when I sing it and I get the same feeling that I had when I sang it somehow, and I can remember how all the parts go, even though I'm only hearing back a recording of the melody of me singing. That's it. There were no sounds in the background, except maybe my dog barking, but she's not part of the song. Mirror worked, and then oh boy. Mirror worked, and then oh boy. Nope, I don't know what that means. Sorry. I used my you talking about it in the shower? I still don't know what that means though. I used my best eyeliners on the tiles, blunted 8 of them to write it out. Oh, did you mean you were writing with like makeup and stuff on the mirror? Is that what you meant? I'll go with that. I used my best eyeliners on the tiles. I blunted 8 of them to write it out. Yeah, I hear you. I would never have thought to do that, but but I don't use eyeliner, and I'm not gonna grab my wife's and start writing on the shower wall. I don't think she'd like that. I had such a good idea though. I don't think that would go over well. Does that play your notes? Are you talking about Evernote? Does it play my notes? It's just a no. I mean, I can listen to it back. It's a digital recorder, so it just records. I hit record and I sing into the microphone, and I can play it back. That's it. But it doesn't play notes or anything like that. I don't do that. Marsha, hang on, Marsha. I need a sip of water if you don't mind. Even if you do mind, I'm taking a sip of water. One of my journals is actually a sketchbook, which I use. I use that as my wish book for what I want or wish for the future. Seeing it makes it more reachable. That's a great example, right? Using it as a like a vision board or a dream board, or how about a vision journal, right? A whole vision journal where you can draw it. You can take scraps from magazines, or does anyone use magazines? Right? You can use scraps from anything and put it in there and just create that way. Create a vision board in a journal format. That's wonderful. Good idea, Marcia. Amy, I love writing so much I don't even waste time with punctuation. Yeah, I noticed. And as you say that, you put a comma. Oh, should be a period or a full stop, but it's a comma. I'll take the comma. It's better than nothing. I write hundreds of pages sometimes and maybe only use 2 full stops. Yeah, we call them periods here in the United States. I know that's weird for you, but I happen to know what a full stop is because of my daughter. It doesn't matter. It's my way to speed the process. Yeah, cool. It doesn't matter because especially if it's a journal that only you read back, or even if nobody, including you, ever reads it back, it's just a matter of getting the thoughts out. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be anything. To catch the inspiration, to do your energy work. This does not have to be anything that anyone has to look at and go, oh, that's nice. The only one that should be is if you're thinking ahead to, this could be an heirloom to hand down, or this could be something that I'll enjoy reading in the future to remember this, or this could be a memoir or a book or a novel that I want to publish. Then make that pretty and try to get some grammatical punctuations in there. Just a couple. No, you don't have to go crazy with them. You don't have to use semicolons or anything like that. Just a few. Crimson, I write love notes with eyeliner on the mirror for my hubby. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's really cool. Nice, Crimson. Yes, yeah, that's a nice idea. Well, very good. So that's the last comment. Nope, that's not the last comment. Look at that. Just a lot of punctuation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Doesn't really help when it's all like all the punctuation over here and all the words over here. They have to be commingled and they have to go in the right spots. But I'll take it. Don't worry about it. I read Amy anyway. I can decipher your stuff, so don't worry about it. Well, guys, that's the last comment. And Rosemary, you're new here, so the last commenter of the day gets the Booby Prize. And now that I've said that, that means the Booby Prize war starts. So feel free to start commenting so that you get the Booby Prize, because people keep commenting again and stealing it. But it doesn't happen the minute you hit the submit button, because it takes several seconds for when you hit submit on your comment or return or whatever you're on until it shows up on my screen, like here. Oi, says Rosemary, and Crimson just wrote booby. No, she wrote Bobby. I think you meant booby. But, yeah, there it is. No, that's not it. Oi again. What's the oi about? Anyway, so now you're the last commenter, see? So you get the Booby Prize. Nope, now Crimson stole it again, and Amy stole it, and then, oh, look at this. You're just writing oi over and over and over again to get the Booby Prize, aren't you? Boy, you're like Robin. Robin will just type anything to get the first comment of the day. Here's another Facebook user. Oh, no, it's still you saying hi. Okay, I thought somebody new came saying hi. Anyway, we're done. Rosemary, since it's your first day here on Daily Fuel, you can get the Booby Prize. Amy and Crimson, they've won it before, so they have walls of them, I'm sure. Look at who's here. Danielle. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Oi means hi. Really? I didn't know that. LOL. Where does that mean hi? You live in Illinois. That's a thing? I never heard of this. Where is that a thing that oi means hi? I've never in my life have I heard that. If Amy told me that, she's in the UK, I believe her, but I don't believe you. I believe you, but I've never heard of it. Anyway, you get the booby prize. We're done. I'm going to go and leave and never come back. Germany. Oh, okay, Germany. That makes sense. See, over there. Because the UK, Germany, it's all the same thing. They're a bunch of weirdos, right? And anyway, hey, have a good weekend. Yeah, so tomorrow is Sunday and no Daily Fuel on Sundays. Plus, it's the 4th of July here in the United States. That's a holiday, and I'm going to go see some friends. So, yep, Europe. And so listen, enjoy your day, enjoy your holiday if you're in the United States, and if you're not, it's still the 4th of July where you live. So enjoy the day and have a good one. I will see you on Monday, right, Illinois. And I'll see you on Monday, and have a good one. Oh, look, Danielle trying to steal the booby prize. Look at that. You know, Danielle, you can have a booby prize too. I got a plethora of them. All right, guys, have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.